I remember my second grade teacher had me go to the nurse's station one year because I couldn't sit in the chair. When they lifted up my shirt, they seen all the webs on my back. My mother had whipped me butt naked with a stitching cord. I'm in the hospital, my auntie there, my mother there, the police is there, human services there. And I remember her telling them, if y'all not gonna take this MF, y'all get the hell on out of here then. And they left on out. Milwaukee right now, it's a lot of people that's homeless, that's built up a lot of this frustration and that anger, dealing with the verbal, mental, physical, sexual, and all that they're gonna stay in certain situations like this unless they get the counseling and stuff like that to deal with it.
Well, I've been homeless 15 plus years. I had a car before, I slept in my car. I used to drive like 40 minutes to the wayside just to go to sleep. I slept at the courtyard. I slept pretty much everywhere.
I slept in the parks, slept in the parking lots. And I done slept out there when we had a blizzard once. I got lucky because I ended up making it through that winter. Couldn't stay at the mission too much because wasn't the type to be sleeping in a hospital gown with nothing on under it. That was their rules. So I didn't understand it.
Tell me a little bit about what it's like being homeless.
The administration of Milwaukee County, led by County Executive Chris Abele, there was the thought of what would it take to do something big about homelessness?
What would have to happen to eliminate the problem? Not reduce it by 5 or 10%.
But end it. So he posed that question to me, went back to my staff, and started to think about what that would look like. One of the biggest things we could think of is what would it take to end chronic homelessness?
Needless to say, it doesn't take too much Googling around on effective approaches to homelessness to run into Housing First.
So we came up with a plan to end chronic homelessness in 3 years, and that's what we presented to the county executive. It literally took one meeting where he said,
"We're sure we can do this, right?"
And if your answer is yes, I'm all in. And we said, yeah, we think we can do it. Two things we started with, we needed a lot of partners. So the first partner we were obviously going to reach out to was the city of Milwaukee.
The approach that we have taken here in the city of Milwaukee with the homeless population, I think can best be characterized as a partnership. We've had a very, very strong partnership with the county, Milwaukee County, with a lot of the agencies that provide housing or provide support, and we work closely with the police department.
First role I play is supporting Housing First and our community prosecutor.
If there was some issue that a person was facing in the criminal justice system, what we were engaging with the police department on was how to resolve that matter without rearresting somebody again.
We wanted to do this plan, and we needed business endorsement.
We are doing everything we can to have our city shine because, candidly, we're selling our city. We want visitors to come here. We want delegates to come here and spend money and create jobs.
For them, it was going to be a new approach, and our thought process was, we're going to go into a room with 100 businesses and tell them, we're the government, trust us, it's going to work. We needed to tell the story better. So that's why I reached out to Sam Sambaris. That made a big difference, because it wasn't just Milwaukee County saying, here's what we're going to try to do and we think it's going to work. We know it's going to work.
Dr. Sambaris, I think, had them mesmerized because this was an approach our community had never heard before.
The other thing that we did is staffed up our division specifically for this Housing First initiative. I hired Outreach Services Manager Eric Collins-Dyke, and thank goodness I did. We wouldn't have done any of this without his leadership.
I created an outreach collaborative in the community, and so that brings together the DA, MPD, the Sheriff's Department, the Medical College, all of the outreach teams, including all of the volunteer outreach teams.
We wanted to be able to prove the efficacy of our model, so one of the other first positions we hired is a program evaluator to be able to show locally we can come up with the same data as we've seen across the nation. And then we hired 3 housing navigators.
We have a list of tasks that revolve around engaging with people who are literally outside in effort to help them be more aware of what their options are for housing and shelter. We do late night and early morning outreach because that's when people are most likely to be in their spots.
This is when we find the truly homeless people.
Yeah.
This time of night.
Homeless outreach, anybody here? Yeah. How's it going? Okay. We're just running around checking on folks tonight, make sure everybody's okay. My name is Demir.
My favorite outreach worker is Demir. If it wasn't for the outreach people, wasn't for them, it's my first apartment.
Ever?
Yeah. I'm 38 and it's my first apartment.
This is a sanctuary for me right here. When I moved up in here, I was like, how long is this gonna last? They said, as long as you want it to. You can put stuff on the walls and this and that. I was like, yeah, right, because this can end right here. So it took over a year before I thought it was permanent. These people that's out here trying to do this with Housing First, they are sincere about what they're doing.
It really is a good project to be part of. It really, really is, you know. These are good people out here. They really are. You know, a lot of them they've drawn the short straw in life, and they're survivors is what they are. They really freaking are, and I admire a lot of them for it. And I'm not just saying that either because I got a camera in my face right now.
I try now to give back. I'm on the COC board. I'm on the advisory committee. I goes downtown and I tell people, hey, get out of these streets. There's housing for people.
So if you are responsible to pay your heat, gas, and electric bill, are you supposed to pay it? Yes.
Housing First, the model is here and it's clearly working. Our numbers are showing us.
When we started our plan to end chronic homelessness, we wanted to hold ourselves accountable that we were going to do it in 3 years. And we were going to track that every 6 months, and if we're behind, we're going to figure it out. And although we're waiting for our HUD designation, we literally hit that almost to the month of 3 years.
As individuals look at this, they can say, here's a community that is genuinely trying to address this issue and has had success.
Government jobs, I spend a lot of time telling people in interviews, I'm going to set goals that are probably, harder than you may have had before. I'm quite sure I don't have enough resources to get you all the way there, and I'm almost certain I can't pay you as much as you probably should be paid. But you've got a different approach to doing something, and you show me that it can deliver better results. And hey, if there's some political resistance, as I always say to them, I'm not the wind behind your wings, I'm an effing hurricane.
If you're going to be in public service, you might as well kick ass at it.